let's queer up the USA view. They cried wolf before, but really, are 2024 elections the turning point for LGBTQ plus rights? The 2024 global elections mark a pivotal moment for LGBTQ plus rights worldwide, and not just in America. With significant contests in 64 countries, the outcomes will shape the future of the LGBTQ plus community. Taiwan's re-election of the Democratic Progressive Party signals continued progress, with laws protecting LGBTQ plus individuals and same-sex marriage recognition. Japan, Thailand, and Nepal have also made strides towards equality, highlighting Asia's evolving landscape. However, Russia's upcoming election raises concerns as the government escalates its crackdown on LGBTQ plus activists, portraying the movement as extremists. President Putin's anticipated victory further threatens LGBTQ plus rights in the country. In the U.S., despite federal advancements under the Biden administration, over 500 anti-LGBTQ plus laws proposed at the state level pose challenges. Some of the gayest places on earth, like Miami and Fort Lauderdale, are taking the hit of anti-LGBTQ plus laws passed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Attacks particularly targeting trans individuals are expected to persist through the election season in America. South Africa faces a similar dilemma, with former President Zuma's campaign against LGBTQ plus rights adding to existing challenges, despite legal protections. Ghana's election also raises alarms, with the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill threatening LGBTQ plus rights. Spotlighting the issue as a focal point of the campaign, Queer News Tonight has watched many cycles of state and national elections. We hear this is the election of a lifetime, but with the balance of rights in the Supreme Court at stake, unprecedented concerns on our very democracy in Biden, Trump, and what we are watching from conservatives and evangelicals. LGBTQ plus rights may hang in the balance in 2024, and for an entire generation, as the world heads to the polls, the fate of LGBTQ plus rights hang in that balance, making the 2024 elections a critical juncture for the global movement. You know, we've been screaming from this table for years now about how elections are important and how everyone needs to go out and vote, right?
Consequences.
There's consequences. Remember when Trump got elected? You know, there are consequences. You know, a lot of people rested on their laurels once marriage equality passed, right? Everybody at this table can agree to that. I have friends that just stopped voting locally, and now we're getting the negative part of that, of those people that stopped going out to vote. This year more than ever, grab your friends, make sure that people are registered to vote, and drive them to the freaking polls if you have to. You know, I can only speak to the we feel what's going on here in the U.S., but let me tell you, everything that's going on in these other countries, man. We might be following suit. There's scary times in this world. There are LGBTQ plus in countries that are hiding their sexuality, their identity, everything, just because of fear of losing their lives. And here, things are getting worse by the second. You know, this is the year to really open up your eyes, do your research, and know what the hell is going on.
It's really scary because with these bills all over the country in so many states, the number of states that will have protections are going to be very few. And it's scary. It's scary for the young people that came out so easily. Mm-hmm. And now they're going to feel some of the things that, you know, those of us who are older felt in the 70s and 80s. And we thought that we fought so they would have a easier time. Well, that's why we were fighting, and they did have an easier time for a while, but nothing is forever. And you know, we cannot
You can't rest on your laurels. You can't. Mark, do you agree with Cindy Brown on that?
Absolutely, 100%. Also, too, these policies have sparked travel advisories, which in turn hurts my business.
Yes,
right.
Yes. It hurts the whole drive. Yeah.
Absolutely. We want people to come down. We want people to come enjoy, so that, who knows, maybe they come back, there'll be new voters.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we, of course, Taiwan just had their election, which puts them on a collision course with the Chinese mainland because they elected a very pro-independence president. You know, Italy and the Netherlands late last year elected fascist governments or fascist-leaning governments. To use the word election in the same sentence as Russia is absurd. You know, there is no election for that particular place. Britain is going to have an election where likely Labour will have a very strong victory and put Conservatives out of power for I think they've only had one Conservative or one Labour person elected, Tony Blair, since Thatcher. I mean, it's ridiculous. But 64 global contests around the country is still fewer than the number of RuPaul contests that will be held around the world this year.
You're so stupid. You know that? But I needed that laugh right now. Thank you so much.
Silly cue ball. Now, let me say this, because when we say go vote, it tends to fall on deaf ears. So I'm going to look, this is my camera, I'm looking at you. Vote. If you are my friend, vote. If you are in my generation, vote. If I've partied with you, if I grabbed a drink with you at Hunter's, vote. If we walk the drive together, vote. If you come to my show, vote. If we slept together, vote. If I turn you on, vote. If I turn you on, which is a very marginalized group, vote.
Very small,
okay?
Very
small. Vote. Go vote. You. I'm talking to you. May not think I'm not talking. I'm talking to you specifically. Looking this on your phone in the bathroom. Vote. Now, okay? Make plans to vote because we do not have time to play around. All right? I want to keep my job.
I'll also add that early voting is an option.
Yes. Go
early
vote early.
If you can,
Yes.
because you never know what's going to happen on that Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Vote.
Vote.
Right.
As soon as
Vote.
you can. And if you can, take election day off and help people get to the polls.
Yeah, listen, and if you're one of those boys that loves those young twinks, right, make sure that they're all registered to vote and then pick them all up on that day. Howard, I'm talking to you. You know who you are, Howard. Pick them all up and make sure they all vote, okay? That's it.
Take your house
That's
boy,
it.
your house girl, your house they, them, all of them
All of
to
them.
vote.
All of them. Vote,
Right.
vote, vote.